That's why it's so big. So there's enough to go around. That's why it's so big. So there's enough to go around.
Oh, darn. I was wondering why I was hearing it twice. My YouTube was open.
Oh, okay. I was
I was like, why am I hearing it again?
Welcome this Thursday afternoon to Bear Truth 01. I think I'm going to start calling it Bear and Bush Show. But I want to welcome everybody who is in chat. And Heroic or Historic Prepper, hello. Harvest Mary Moon. And there was another one I was wanting to say. Ashley from Texas, hello, lady. CJ, copycat. Oh, well, how has your week been going so far?
Busy.
Oh, come on now.
Well, my yard's nice and cleared out now. Got
Up.
done.
Wait a minute. We got a surprise guest coming in. Lordy. Hello, Miss Lake.
Hi.
Now we are in trouble.
Is that Bigfoot outside the window there?
No, those are pots and pans. How about the Bushy Bear Show?
The Bushy Bear.
That'll work. How you doing this afternoon, Miss Lake?
I'm hot. I just got done making dinner and then cleaned up most of the dinner except for well, no, not most of it. I got most of it to clean up still. It's hot in this kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done the dinner thing yet. I'll probably eat like 8 or 9.
Well, Bigfoot worked all day, so I wanted to make sure, I had dinner. Yeah.
In other words,
I'm gonna go out and do a surprise video. I can't say what it is, so
you're gonna do a surprise video.
Yeah, so I have to go out and hopefully everything works.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about the surprise earlier, and I was like, "Ooh, I love surprises."
Yeah, I was gonna do. I was going to do after we got off earlier, and then I said, "Well, I don't have that much time." And another thing, it's hot outside.
It is. Anything you
90
do,
degrees, 100% humidity. Yeah,
that's the way it is here. You open the door, and it just hits you and you can feel it go past you.
Yeah. It like knocks you off your feet.
Yeah.
We went to the store just a little bit ago and opened the truck door to get in. It's like 300 degrees in there.
I am glad I do not do outside work no more. I've done it about all. Brick macer's helper, drove a dump truck, heavy equipment. I've sawmilled. Yeah, I've done a lot of it.
The worst I did was in Phoenix, Arizona, is blacktop on top of a roof.
Oops.
Oh God.
That's some hot.
Yeah.
Arizona is 100, gets to 120 sometimes. On top of a roof, it's 140, 150.
Is it dry there though, or does it?
Yeah, it's dry heat.
Get humid at all?
There's no humidity.
No humidity.
I think there is some in the winter time, but very little.
Hello, Miss Shanoa. I've done asphalt on the road.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this. You see a lot of people riding up the road, or you hear a lot of people. Well, them people ain't doing nothing. They standing about 20 feet back behind the paving machine. Trust me. That paving machine is
Oh, yeah.
about like a furnace.
200
You-
degrees at least.
Yeah. You stand 15 to 20 feet back behind that in 90-degree weather. That's like air
Yeah.
conditioning.
That's that tar that you and the mixer for the tar. It
Yeah.
has to be over 270 degrees. So you're spreading 270 degree tar on a roof when it's already 120 degrees.
It's
Yeah.
like working in a kitchen with no
Working in the oven.
yeah,
in
in
the
the oven. Yeah, it's
Well,
hard.
I reckon there's quite a few people in stream here. I'm seeing 24. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about, has people noticed the taste of their food is changing? It does not taste like it used to 6 months to a year ago. That I was just informed right before the show that, let's say, soup, okay, your chunky soup,
Mhm.
they're not adding as much meat or as much water. I mean, they're adding more water.
Yeah, more.
Right.
The I
Think
I'm gonna start this off real quick. I jumped into something I shouldn't have jumped into, because for the last 3 days I have been doing my best to try to find research on this. And the only thing I found is your food has changed because you've had the flu, and I'm going to call it the flu, or your taste buds have changed. Well, now, to my knowledge, I've not had the flu, and I've talked to a whole bunch of people who has not had it, but yet they say the same thing.
Yeah,
Food does not taste the same.
I haven't had any of those things in years, and I haven't had the thing, and we've noticed. Like, I think I talked to you earlier about the mulberries and the dewberries
Yeah.
that you buy, not the ones that you pick. Now, the ones that we pick, they're good, but the ones we bought,
Yeah, and I was gonna ask this from Jeff here. How's your bees?
I haven't ate no peas in a while. I mean,
no, he meant bees, like
Bees.
was.
bees, Bees, not Peas.
Yeah.
I've got right many of them. Believe it or not, I've
Okay.
got yellow jackets. I got bumblebees. I've got honeybees.
No, the pollinated ones, the ones that do the pollinating.
Oh, they all over the place.
The
Okay,
honeybees and the bumblebees are mostly is what
Because-
we see in our garden.
Yeah.
they can affect your berries and stuff,
Okay.
because when your flowers bloom and stuff, and if they don't get the proper
Pollinated.
whatever, then they do have a sour taste to them.
Bigfoot's been taking the back ahead of the electric toothbrush to the tomato plants this year.
Well, tomatoes, you can smack them around.
It's much more fun with the toothbrush.
Just shake it.
I didn't pick no more watermelons today.
Oh, that's good.
There's a private joke in there, and I'm going to leave it alone at that.
Yeah, and if those don't taste right, there's a reason for that. My daughter's still laughing. She's like, I love him.
Well, everybody makes mistakes, and
Oh yeah.
normally we learn from those mistakes.
I do at least one a day.
I just know what not to plant that close next year.
Yeah.
But
That's why I didn't do squash this year. But I've been studying this new way to do squash. You know how you have your squash and it blooms out like this. Well, zucchini and yellow squash. It blooms out like that.
Right.
Well, there is a way that you trim the leaves at the bottom and it gets taller. If
Yes.
you keep doing this, you can have a 6 foot high um, zucchini or yellow squash plant,
Yes.
and the fruit or the squash grows out the sides of this, and it protects it from being laying on the ground for the bugs to get.
I was actually just watching videos last night because I was like, we got to be able to get the cucumbers and, better. And we got to be able to get the squash like the cucumbers.
Yeah,
Because
cucumbers do that the same thing like that too.
Yeah. Well, we did it to the cucumbers, but we didn't do it to the squash. And yeah, next year we definitely want to.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that too.
Yep. Squash up.
Because I love my zucchini and yellow squash. I like to bake it, fry it, whatever.
Definitely grill it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now,
It's awesome.
Bluegrass says she ain't hardly seen no bees around her place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good, and I've noticed that mine have slacked. I do have. My yard is basically a flower bin because I have a lot of clover
ooh,
and other so-called weeds.
Mm-hmm.
And I like dead nettles. I let them grow. I even planted them in my planters in my grow bags.
The purple ones, right?
Yeah, I even planted them so I would have them.
Yeah.
And those things attract bees like crazy.
I noticed the bumblebees are on ours in the yard too.
Yeah,
You got
carpenter bees.
You got to see our ground the other day when I showed you. I mow around them.
Yeah.
well, right now, for people who is not growing the garden, thinking, why should I grow a garden? I can go to the grocery store and get it. Well, guess what, Buttercup? Come next year, you ain't gonna get half the shit that you got this year. Why? Because, like we talked about, there's no bees to pollinate. The weather is not really cooperating. They're burning up a whole bunch of stuff this year.
Well,
Yeah.
not only that is, it's not like you go out to the farmer goes to say, oh, it's time to harvest my tomatoes. When they harvest tomatoes, where they grow them for stores and for ketchup and whatever, they grow them and they pick them green, and by the time it gets to you, it ripens on the way, which is not you miss like half of the flavor of the fruit. And that's the same thing with bananas. Bananas they pick them, they harvest them green, and then they send them to the grocery stores and they ripen on the way. Same thing with watermelons. A lot of produce, and that's why it tastes bad. And they're doing this even more now because of it's taken longer to get the produce to the stores before it rottens.
Hello, Camo.
And how many times have you went to the store and got a 10-pound bag of potatoes, and before a week later they're already going rotten?
Oh, it's like 4 days here for some of them. It's getting better. I started buying the russets, which I like the red potatoes better. But they did take longer to start getting little eyes on them. But like I got bags of red potatoes, half of the bags were mush, and the other parts started growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with onions.
All
Onion is the same way too.
yeah,
I
you,
remember back in the day when you could you put your onions under the sink or somewhere where it's dark,
Yeah.
and they'd last a whole month. Now you're lucky you get a week out of them.
well, we had gotten onions last year because my stepdad still knows farmers from being in with that. And we got bags and bags and bags of onions and potatoes, and they lasted like four going on 5 months. And the onions lasted so long that I couldn't believe they weren't growing yet. I was like, hurry up and grow, because it was get ready for gardening season. And I wanted to like grow the tops to get the green onion, and I wanted to grow potatoes, and they weren't growing. So my stepdaddy was like, well, put them, bring them
Put 'em
upstairs.
in the sun.
Yeah, yeah. And he's like, and put them in the windowsill and they'll start growing. And then I cut them and everything. But yeah, they lasted in a box in the basement in the dark for 4 months, going on 5. Yeah.
Well, I remember my parents grabbing potatoes, and we always went through about 50 pounds of potatoes in a week. Okay. But I mean, these were huge potatoes.
Yeah.
They didn't have a chance to go bad. Just like the onions or the pintos, the cornbread, we was buying that stuff about every week, if not every 2 weeks. And Mama, I mean, she would go. My mother had a lot of siblings. So did my father. And I think it was almost 40 some aunts and uncles I had combined.
Dang.
Yeah.
So you're related to everybody in North Carolina, right?
I'm going to say at least 1/3. But what somebody didn't want, they would pass it around to somebody had. That's the way it was. Now it's like, I don't give a crap about them, and they'll throw it in the trash or throw it out across the field or something. We're getting into a time now we need to go back to yesteryear, the way it used to be when it comes to the food. If you got something you don't like it, but yet your neighbor does, pass it off to them. You may not get nothing in return right there in the end, but when it comes down to it, they'll think about you.
Like Copycat said too, is that the eggs.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to eggs and look at their expiration date on the eggs, it used to be you got a month and a half of till the expiration date. Now you look at them, it's maybe 2 weeks, a week.
You mean the eggs has got an expiration date on them?
Yeah.
We never kept it. I mean, come on. Mom and them would go buy, 2-3 dozen eggs. What, about a week? But she was making cakes and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I grew up in a big family. It was a whole lot of cooking going on. There wasn't time for nothing to go bad back then. Okay. But now it's just a totally different scenario. I'll put it like that.
Our eggs
Hey, Chris.
on Tuesday were $5.52 for an 18 pack. And they just went up, like just all of a sudden. Like I've been hearing all of y'all like in different states saying, "Oh, my eggs are $6, my eggs are $8." It's like, yeah, $5.52 for an 18 pack, and that went like up like $1, like really really quick from one week to the other. I couldn't believe it when they were over $4. I was like, wow, I guess it kind of finally hit.
Now I saw another creator earlier today. They was out in California on their way back home. She showed a flat of eggs, almost $20. But if you had a card for that store, it brought it back down to about $11. I mean, think about it. That's a lot of savings. Why don't they just give the people the savings to begin with?
It's
Because,
it's that way to bring them in.
no.
No, I'm just saying it's the way to bring them in. It's like a reward.
Yeah,
It's an
right.
advertising ploy. Like Bueller's, they have a card that you get, and you get a discount off of certain things, and it's that rewards thing. So people think, oh, I got a card, so I get more money off.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
most of the time, they raise the price up anyway, and then give you a discount on a normal price.
Don't you think when we were growing up, though, like our parents and grandparents, they cooked more from scratch. So they went
Oh
through,
yeah,
and potatoes were like always like with almost every meal. So we had more potatoes. We used more eggs. We just used more flour. Don't you think? That
And yeah,
oh definitely.
and
but
we didn't have all that delivery, and if you did, like who could afford it? You know,
There
when
was
we
nobody delivering out where I
yeah,
live.
we used to when we did get it once in a great while, we used to have to drive almost a half an hour to like meet them in some grocery store parking lot. Like
yeah,
you could meet them. Yeah, yeah, it was weird.
When I lived with my grandpa, there was no grocery stores.
No, oh,
No, the nearest grocery store was I think 25, 30 miles away
okay.
at
well,
least.
well, now what was it? 3, 4, 5 years ago, they had so cotton picking many potatoes, they were taking dump trucks and just pouring them in the parking lot of grocery stores for free, just keep them from going bad. And
Well,
they said, there was a few of them where they've had to go back and scoop up the rotten potatoes because people didn't want
yeah, there before the whole thing just happened.
them. Mm-hmm.
There they had a warehouse. They have warehouses in Idaho and I think Montana and some other states up there,
Idaho.
and they store bins and bins, and they stack them high of just potatoes because they'll last it and stored right. They'll last for years, and that was like a backup storage of potatoes, and then the thing happened. All that backup storage and all that of potatoes are gone. So the potatoes that we have been getting are probably 2-3 seasons old.
I wouldn't.
That's been sitting there, and now they're out in circulation, and that's when they have to clean them and then bag them, so they go bad faster that way.
And if you're growing your potatoes at home, when you pull them up, don't brush the dirt off. I mean, you can't. You're not bringing in a box of dirt and burying them, but don't wash them when you're storing them. Put them in a cardboard box and put them in the coolest place, right?
Well, I appreciate that because I didn't even know that myself.
Yeah, we put
Yeah.
ours in one of those.
You can smack the dirt a little bit, but
Yeah.
don't go like this, and
don't wash them.
yeah, because
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
got
like
a
you
little
can
film
have them
over
on.
top of them. It's like eggs. You
Right,
don't-
yeah.
When
Don't
a chicken lays an egg, you don't bring it in and wash it. You
Oh.
wash it when you go to eat it. Like you wash it and then you crack it open and fry it or whatever you're doing with it.
Right. Yeah, I keep
Bluegrass is growing sweet potatoes in cardboard boxes. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
Well,
of
now,
potato growers are doing that because you can just lift up the box and dig through.
hello. They give me an idea. When do you plant sweet potatoes? Now?
Yeah, they should have already.
can.
But you
You
can.
can. They probably won't be as big, but you'll probably get the fingerlings and stuff. I planted mine sweet potatoes probably almost a month ago.
Okay. Okay. Oh well. We have a,
As long
we
as you
have,
get something from it, it's. I mean, I got it was the purple sweet potatoes I got from Misfit Markets.
okay.
And I said, well, because I ate some of them and I had a couple left, so I said I'll just stick them in the window, see if they get any sprouts on them. And they got sprouts, so I just took them out there and planted them.
Nice. Yeah. And with bluegrass, we did the same thing. We plant ours like in March, April.
Oh yeah, that's the best time, because you'll get real big ones.
Yeah.
Now, how long do you keep potatoes in the ground? 100 days before?
Well, it depends. It depends what it is. Like potatoes, it's easy.
Like one.
When the top dies off, it's time to harvest.
Okay.
Yeah, they have 80 days, and like bluegrass at 120 days.
Yeah,
Some of them are 180 days.
yeah. It all depends.
Yeah, we don't have time for 180 days.
Hello, Miss Giggles. How are you doing? For everybody in chat, please hit that like button and subscribe. Please. It helps me a little bit.
Bigfoot's in here.
Is Bigfoot in here?
Yeah.
That's funny because Bigfoot and Allie were just right over here a minute ago. They went around. Yeah.
They're going to sneaky doodle up on you. You better watch it.
I'll be honest. Every time.
Don't miss his stream at 8 o'clock. Right? It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, he switched to 8. It's better for him right now.
Yeah.
And then that way, yeah, you guys can, next time.
That's why we went later, because when 3 o'clock we're already busy doing something, and
Yeah.
have to stop, and then yeah.
Yeah.
It
And a
seemed
lot
like
of
it was a lot.
people, our 3 o'clock is their noon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like 6 o'clock a little bit because I'm looking at it like this. They just got through cooking, sitting down, eating. They want to relax a little bit if they can. And, it'll bring them in here, or not just mine, but other ones. And let's say 8 o'clock for Bigfoot. A lot of people want to hear the gospel before they go to bed, right before they go to bed. I mean, but oh well.
I just found out yesterday. My days are all messed up right now. A couple days ago, my son and his wife went to the doctor and found out it's going to be a boy.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Well, boys are a lot easier.
A boy
I mean,
will eat you
potty
out.
training, the whole 9 yards. I thought boys are a lot easier. And me raising my daughter's being single father.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
boy. And I
don't even want to talk.
I was the dad that was sitting in the bathtub. We're both cloves, so don't get freaky. I had to teach my daughter how to shave her legs. So I was the funny dad that walked around with one hairy leg and one shaved leg.
Yeah, but you're an awesome dad because you did those things. That's so awesome.
When my daughter was coming up, I'm going to say a little bit overprotective. I think any father is. But I tried to make one day out of the whole week just for her and the other one for my son. And with me and my daughter, I take her out, to get something to eat, whatever she wanted. That's where we went. It was her day. And I think every father should do that.
Not when you have 5 kids. It's kind of hard to have a day for each kid.
Okay. I see your point, Darren. Okay, Saturday is all girls, Sunday is all boys. But I mean, even if it ain't but 30 minutes to spend with your youngin, as they get older, they will remember that, you know.
Yeah,
And take a kid fishing, oh Lord have mercy, that's a world to them right there.
oh yeah. Um, my youngest daughter had rules for me because I was involved in all of her sports and stuff. So me being single and everything, she said that I wasn't allowed to um, date her friends' mothers. So that was very challenging because
Yeah.
me being single and their being single, it came up a lot, and I said, "Well, sorry."
So she had
Well,
a rule that you couldn't date her friends' mothers.
Yeah,
That's
she said,
funny.
I don't want it to be weird when I'm going to school, and then their friends talking about it, and I'm like, I guess I kind of get your point, but
well, you know, there was something else. I just saw Harvest Mary Moon post something that kind of hit the home too. Come supper time, we sat at the table. There wasn't no sitting at the TV watching this, watching that. You sit down at the kitchen table. That's where a lot of the problems got solved, right
oh
there.
yeah,
Well, we still do dinner at the dining room table. Did tonight.
Ain't name the thing wrong with that. I reckon it's how a person is raised. You try to see that your offspring or your youngins is kind of raised the right way. You know. Now, back when my daddy growed up, he growed up during the Depression. So did Mama. That's how there was a lot of food that went around. They knew how to save and harvest and can and so forth. When I started canning was about 3 years ago. Everybody was gone. Everything I've learned has been off of YouTube.
There's Miss TJ. Your
Miss
chat.
T,
hey TJ,
hey lady.
Cashew says yes, but once Bushcraft Family starts his ZZ Top revival concert tour, he won't be single long. And then, yeah, Bigfoot Dig Deeper says just making it weird for Bushcraft. What was it the ER just said? It was funny. Oh, okay. No, yeah, about taking a kid fishing.
yeah, I'd be sitting there during soccer, and my daughter would be out on the field playing around, and then the mothers would come over and start talking to me. And she would stop what she's doing, even if she had the ball, and said, and she'd look at me, wave her fingers like this, and I'm like, I can't help it.
You can't help you that good looking, can you?
That's so funny. Yeah, that would be kind of weird though, like your dad dating your
Yeah,
mom. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know though, because like if you're that good of a friend, you'd be like, oh, we could be sisters, you know?
oh yeah. Like I'd go pick my daughter would spend a night at her friend's house, and then I'd go pick her up, and then the mother would come out and start talking to me for a while, and then my daughter would go elbow me, and I'm like, what? Well, it's time to go.
That's funny. So funny.
Miss TJ, I hope you have a good day and I hope you get everything fixed.
What's going on with? Did I miss something from the time I looked? I looked today to go see if
She did a boo boo.
I looked today, like within an hour, to like go see if she made any videos today, and I missed it.
That private chat, if you can get her up in here and if she can come in, come on. You know,
I didn't miss a video. Okay.
what did I say?
Yeah, it wasn't a video.
No.
Okay. You want me to send it to her?
Yeah, if she can come up here, come on.
Copy. All right, hold on.
If y'all got any canning questions
No
or
Wi-Fi.
yeah, no Wi-Fi.
She doesn't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's kind
No,
of
her and a shovel had to go round. I'll leave it alone at that. Hey, Z-Man. Good evening, sir.
I think she texted you.
Yeah, she called, and I told her that I was live with you guys. Did I do that right? Yeah, I think I did. I'm on another screen, so I have no idea what's going on the other end. I'm playing a bushcraft on the other screen. She cut the internet with a shovel. Nice. I was wondering if you were going to be playing around too close to the house, if that would happen.
Well, lucky it happened with the cable and not the main one.
It would have been a shocking adventure.
Very.
Oh, there's
No, ma'am, I have not. Seafood, that's what it is. I see it and it's gone.
Yep.
Now, regular meat, I have done. I've done chicken, pork chop, hamburger. I've done meats like that. But like fish or clams or oysters, I'm sorry, they just, for some reason, don't make it to the pot or the jar.
And keep watching. He may do a video of canning watermelon cucumbers.
Bushcraft, that was called for.
No say. Oh, geez, now. Nope ropes over here. TJ and Bigfoot don't like those snakes.
Hey, can you can rattlesnake?
That's probably the same question as
You just should have heard my wife.
food.
She in there laughing.
I don't mind snakes. I'm the girl they used to call to come take care of the snakes. Yeah.
I mean, if I am walking and all of a sudden I see a snake jump at me, I'll jump because I don't know what
yeah. I
it is.
mean, that's something coming at you.
Yeah. And
The
I'll
last
swing
one
it
I-
out of the way or something.
The last one I relocated was the Eastern hognose going up a woman's door, and probably because she had little dogs. I don't know.
Y'all got hognose snakes up there?
Eastern hognose, yeah, they get really big. They kind of their necks kind of crowbar out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him into a tote, and actually Bigfoot had come home. That one he actually carried the tote for me. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
I
need,
didn't
we
think
need
it
to
was
send
up that far.
TJ some pet snakes.
Now, she would make a special trip.
You know, rattlesnake stew is actually really good. I've had it.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it, but it's been a long time ago. I couldn't
I
tell you what it's like no more.
I didn't cook it though. I've never made it, but it's
Okay.
greasy. It's greasy, kind of like eel.
Bushcraft, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm fixing to talk about. But here in North Carolina, a black mamba got loose down here.
Oh wow!
And I'm sitting here thinking, how the hell can one survive up here? Then I got thinking about the temperatures.
Yeah.
But I really would like to know how one got in North Carolina. Be straight up
I
about
was going to say it had to be because that's not a snake for North
Native.
America at all.
No, it ain't. For those who don't know what a black mamba is, if they bite you, you live maybe about 2 to 3 seconds if you're lucky.
Oh, you can live a little bit longer than that.
I was
but-
gonna say it's painful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, now there's another one. I can't think of it, but it's also a mamba. I want to say a green mamba or something like that. But they say a black mamba, the inside of its mouth is black as coal. But still, I don't want to get close enough to find out.
Right now,
No.
with the heat being what the way it is, we have timber rattlers swimming around in all the lakes.
Yeah. Now we got timber rattlers close to where I live. I've not heard tell of one in my area yet.
I was going to say you should have them because I know Tennessee had them.
Yeah. Well, now we got them up there in the mountains,
Yeah.
but we just, I mean, I'm middle of the state. We don't have them down here yet. And my daddy always told me that a rattlesnake follows deer tracks.
Huh. Well, we live on a deer run,
Oh, we do too.
and I have never, well, we've only been here not quite, it'll be 5 years next month. And in the 5 years we've been here, I haven't seen a rattlesnake like in our yard.
What was Mary Moon? Like you would not believe. Yes, we have them.
Well, you got a dog that
Yeah.
does his business around the house, so that
Well-
that will deter a lot of things. The scent of a dog.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not being gross, but I don't pick up her poop as soon as she does it. I let it crust over, and I'll be honest, I let it sit out there a day or two because I thought that having her, just stuff out there would help.
Yeah.
Because we also have coyote that we hear every morning, every night.
We've got wolves and coyotes in where I'm at. And on real cold nights, if you step outside, I'm just going to use this as an example. Let's say southwest area, you'll hear one, and up in the north, you'll hear the other one. But
Yeah.
I've never lived in a place where they've had both of them.
And Lake,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but it's good to let it dry out because
Well, it does. It doesn't
the wet-
stink when you pick it up.
Well, yeah, and it's not as gooey.
Right.
I'm trying to put it in a nice way, but yeah, picking up
Yeah.
fresh doggy
Dog
business is
poop.
not.
Yeah. Like her
Right.
business as she did yesterday morning, I picked up yesterday evening because Bigfoot and I were working in that area.
Oh yeah.
This one, I ain't touching that till tomorrow.
Like, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Have you ever set dog poop on fire?
Okay, so when I was
No
little,
comment.
here we go. When I was little, I had a dog named Cody. He was a Shetland sheepdog, a Sheltie. And a bunch of I hung out with all the boys. We played football and slide baseball and all kinds of fun games that we made up. Swam across rivers, rode our bikes down hills and smashed into the water. And well, there was a boy that we knew. We were all friends with him, but his parents weren't home. So we went over and we put my dog's poop in a paper bag. And the boys, they put some of that liquor on it. I don't remember I think it was called Old Granddad they had.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they put Old Granddad in it and they lit it on fire and then they knocked. and we all ran in the bushes and we watched this boy named Neil stomp on it. And he was so pissed. And then he hears all of us giggling. Yeah, so yeah. Hmm.
Oh, well, I'll tell you something else too. Do you know a weed eater and a toilet paper, if it's done right, you can go through a roll in seconds?
Oh, I bet.
Oh, it's fun.
So can a cat.
Yeah, really.
Funny.
I mean, and the bad thing about it is, as parents, if your kids done that, you tore their tail up. But when they left, you laughed. So,
Oh, he laughed about it afterwards. I mean, he basically said he'd get every one of us back, but he didn't. Hey,
I saw that.
Kind of interesting here. Putin went to Saudi Arabia
Oh, hell.
oh,
right after Biden did.
We must be good buddies.
A lot of talk about OPEC and oil and stuff that supposedly Biden was talking about, but nobody can remember the conversation but Biden.
Damn. Well, now, do you know that they're wanting president to cap gas prices at $5 a gallon? They do not want him to let it get no lower than $5 a gallon.
I would be asking lower than that.
It was supposed to be 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went way over it, and then oops, we can't do that now.
Inflation.
Well, no, they were wanting to where it wouldn't go over $4,
Huh.
which it should have been,
To be way while back ago.
but it's too late. It's way past, went way past that.
Now, have you heard what Russia? Shit. Have you heard what the Red Country said?
You already said it.
Yeah, well, hell, maybe they didn't catch it the first time. What
They
happened? If
usually
the
don't
vice
say-
president showed up in Taiwan.
No, it was donkey, not donkey, but the drunk
Vice
one.
president.
No. What's her name's going?
Oh
there?
shit, Pelosi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's her.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for a while.
And Russia has moved its forces further west now.
No. They haven't.
They haven't.
No. I've got somebody that's on that I know is on Twitter, and they watched every freaking boat that Russia has. And
Oh, I ain't talking about boats.
oh, well, how are they going to get over there?
What it is west of Russia. Okay, they have moved like tanks and so forth, like it closer to the border.
Oh,
And we talking
already,
rocket.
yeah, that's already been going on. It's something you may not know.
I doubt I do.
The ports, Ukraine ports, Russia has been diving under the ports because Ukraine has been mining their own ships. So because Russia's allowing them to move grain out.
Huh.
Of course, there's a little hitch in there that you won't hear about. They're letting them take some grain out, but they're also taking some grain with them. Russia, because and it's kind of, they're letting them take grain out so they can sell it and make money, but they're also taking some grain and then they're selling it to Turkey. But you won't hear any of this stuff because it's one of those things. We got to make Russia look bad all the time.
Right. I haven't heard anything more about Alaska with them either. Have you guys?
No.
Neither.
And all this talk about Putin being, or he was dead at one point. I mean, he's over in Saudi Arabia now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's pictures of him and whatnot. I mean, they could have clones, but who knows?
Mm-hmm. Like the sleeves.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm checking over chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a guy that he knows. He has a list of all the ships, and where they are. When was the last time they've been seen? Because, like I did that thing before, the news said Russia's moving their whole fleet, and it was 2 ships. And the reason they were moving it was to protect the Ukrainian cargo ships or the grain ships, to let them out so they don't get blamed for blowing their ships up. Because that's what Ukraine's doing. They're making a big deal about it, saying, "Oh, Russia's not letting us do this or that." And like if you really search, and this is on Russian news places, you can actually watch some of the battles taking place because they are recording everything and they're releasing it to some news outlets.
Bigfoot, I wouldn't know. How about you trying it and we'll see next year?
Oh, no, that was ER, I think, that asked, right?
No, that was Bigfoot.
What'd you ask?
He fertilizes his cucumber in the dog food will turn into a watermelon.
Weird. Actually, speaking of that dog poop, there's one out there. Wait till it crosses over. You get that tomorrow?
All over it.
No, he isn't. He'll be out there going.
I like how she done that.
No.
Right, Bush Creek?
Our grandson says that Bigfoot picks up the dog poop, that Mama doesn't. And our grandson full well knows that Mama does it because he's out there.
News with semen.
Oh, that thing we were talking about, they're saying next year prices are going to go way up for meat and stuff. And they're saying there's going to be more of a shortage next year.
For meat.
For everything, 2023.
Right.
There's going to be more shortages than this year.
News with Z-Man, Robert. Bigfoot. He said we should definitely do that again. They like the Alexa show where we ask her questions. Where'd you go, Bear?
He got in trouble.
Over yonder. The definition for over yonder is not here.
Right. Yeah. Just over yonder, and it's where you point.
And that's right.
Right.
Deb Burnett, you know what today's not?
Did you say it yesterday when we were on? Because I got disconnected, so I didn't know if you did the hump day thing or not.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I forgot who. Somebody in chat said today's hump day, and I took a deep breath to say hump day, and out he went.
funny.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like,
Now
darn
the
it.
sun decides to shine.
Maybe Bigfoot can help me next time with the Alexa thing too, because we have a new TV, not by choice, but well, yeah, it was a choice. We either got a new one or didn't have it at all. But you know, it's got that Google button on it, so you hold it in and then you talk to the TV. This thing does some weird stuff, and we think it's my voice. And like, you know, when you call to pay a bill and you use the automated service, I have to ask for customer service because the automated service doesn't pick up my voice.
That's why I don't always just jump and run and do things when you ask me to do stuff. 'Cause your voice doesn't really translate well.
Hey, why don't you do it in that other voice and see how it does?
Oh, he'll listen then, won't he?
Yeah.
So TJ, when are they gonna get your service fixed? They gonna come out like soon or tomorrow or? I don't know if she's still in here.
Thanks. Thanks.
I want you to do the one with Blair Flicks from The Exorcist.
Wait a minute.
Who's
ER,
Reagan.
only if it's an ostrich.
I don't know what she sounds like.
And you know what's really funny? You know that I don't. She calls herself a female, but the basketball player in Russia that tried to sneak in some Mary Jane. They're Biden and Camilo and everybody's trying to use their influence to get her out of it. I wonder how many people in the United States are in jail for that. You know, possession of Mary Jane. Why are they not trying to get them out of jail?
Right. Well, I think when this stuff first started a couple of years ago, those are some of the ones they let out. Remember?
Oh, in the jails.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Follow the money.
Well,
I don't care.
she's I don't know if she's a she though. Or you know who I'm talking about, the basketball player.
Yeah, the one that got arrested over there.
Yeah.
That was big news.
Is she is she a born female or
Do you
one
know
of those
anything
that-
about that?
Classifies herself.
I don't know how to express it to come out. What was she born a female and then decided she wasn't, or was she born a male and said, "I want to be a female now," and then joined basketball?
Do you know what her gender is? The basketball player that was arrested over there in Russia. You think she was born one? Yeah, he thinks so.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sniffer, Danny's doing better. She still has some swelling in this one spot, localized, but it's clean. And it doesn't seem to really. I haven't tried touching it or anything like that, but
She's tough.
she is tough. But
Sniffer glad
she's
to
got
see
a
you,
lot of
brother.
trauma.
Well, I would be more worried if it was if you touch it and if it's warm or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I have been able to do that. Yeah.
Hello, lively prepper.
She's looking a lot
Miss
better.
Yeah, Brittany Brent.
Brittany, yep. Thank you, Cashew.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Danny.
Hey, I need another symbol saying Bushy Bear Show. Hey, Danny. You poor thing.
No, she's tired. Well, she's had a busy day of back and forth between all the windows and in and outside. And
Really?
yeah, it's been a hard day.
TH2.
I've heard a cucumber born a cucumber and identified as a watermelon. I've met a few today. I actually met a few today. One I got to see really up close and personal. Like I know it inside and out now.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Even got to watch it get rubbed together and everything.
No,
Of course, that was Bushcraft's idea.
Well, they tell
I
you when
didn't
you
know that. That's
cut the
interesting.
ends off, you rub the ends together, and it stops them from leaking. Because if not, they'll drip and drip.
Yeah, I
but
didn't know
you
that.
see, you didn't do it. I didn't either. I thought it was more of a prank.
No, I
Just see
was being
that
serious.
person would do it.
Like not even
Because like when you go to you cut the ends off, and you if not, it gets all gushy because it drains all the moisture out of it. I don't know what rubbing it does to seal it off or whatnot.
That's kind of cool though.
Never mind.
It's neat. There's all kinds of little tricks to things that you can do.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And it actually has to be a cucumber though, because I don't think rubbing the ends of watermelon does anything.
No, watermelon doesn't work. That's just water. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, you can kind of see her lines more now that everything is cleaned up and starting to scab over. Oh,
Now, Lake, did the shepherd have Danny's head in his mouth?
it's a girl. Her name's Bella. Yeah, the shepherd had Danny's whole head in her mouth. Yeah, so
Must have
she's
been
got
a big dog.
she's got him on her neck, and
That's where
across
they
her
usually
head is
go.
the scratches, and then all across her whole face on this side are punctures from the dog's teeth.
It's probably best that the head did get and not the neck, because that's usually what they try to go for is the neck.
Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
grabbed a hold of her whole face instead.
Well, seeing what breed Danny is and everything, I'm surprised she got that many scratches.
Well,
Because-
once that dog let go, that's when Danny grabbed her side and didn't let go. So
Oh,
yeah, both sides is horrible. Like I feel bad for Bella. It's not her fault either, you know. Because Bella's not a bad dog. I mean, I really wish she wouldn't run into the yard the way she does, but see, she wouldn't do that if she was on an enclosed or on a
leash.
right.
Right.
Yep. So, but sometimes, you know, things happen and a dog maybe would never have gone out. And then 11 years into its life, just, oh, door's open, you know, a little grandson comes over and opens the door or something, or grandchild, and they just run out. It happens. Anyone know how to do that? Hey, do y'all know about watermelon being able to lower?
Blood pressure.
I've heard that. Well, I know like things like garlic and tomato. I don't know. Certain vegetables and fruit can.
You know,
Tourniquet? Did I read that right?
A tincture.
Oh, duh.
I don't know. That's 'cause
Yeah,
it's
I would
awful
ask.
wet.
I would ask
to
our
make a tincture. I mean, watermelon wine will lower your blood pressure.
Watermelon wine will lower your whole body.
Yeah, that's kind of like a tincture, because tinctures are with well, there's some with
Sugar.
oil too, though.
Mm.
I
A
don't.
whale. Hello, Griswold.
Who had somebody was mentioned they had a earache today, and I was just thinking about that.
10 does.
Oh,
I don't want to tell you what the old remedy is for that one.
piss in the ear.
Yeah.
It has to be your own piss.
Ew.
I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Serious.
And all the ear infections I've had as a kid and all the scarring that I have, you tell me as if I just peed in my own ear.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't.
But there's a remedy other than that too. Is
Yeah, it's called go get some amoxicillin.
no.
That works
Stay
too.
away from putting antibiotics in your system. Let your body do it. But mullein, you get the flowers, the yellow flowers off the mullein, and dry them out, and then put olive oil or whatever oil you want to use, and let it sit in there for 3-4 months, and then put it in the little dropper bottles, and it's good for ear infections.
Oh wow.
Lively
We're
prepper.
not doctors.
I've done the crawl without the watermelon. And the worst crawl I ever done. It was back in the day. It was called Mad Dog 2020. And if anybody ever remembers that, drinking it, you'd never forget it. Because you got to be pretty doggone out there to drink it to begin with.
That's the cheap stuff at Circle K.
Yeah. What about $1 and something?
Yep.
But yeah.
You get that in a big gulp and only fill a big gulp halfway and then put the rest in.
Well, the only reason we got that is because we ran out of money and didn't have enough to buy beer.
You can take the old granddad and put it in the dog poo with a paper bag.
Oh,
that stuff was
old granddad will knock you on your butt.
Yeah, I remember.
I vaguely remember.
It's gross too. It doesn't even taste good.
That try mixing that with peppermint schnapps.
Yep, did that. We had this what was it called? It was like this black licorice stuff. What was it called?
Oh, I know what it is.
I know. It's right on the tip of my tongue, and it's
Sassy Cat. You do it in a jar, then you pour it in a spoon.
black licorice liquor. It's all I know is I had it once. I'll never have it again. Sambuca, yes, Sambuca. Oh.
Or if you're good enough, go straight up in the air and tilt your head.
That stuff.
The expression
would try. I can do it. I can do it. I tell you what, I can do it.
Goodness.
Hey, I was so good I could bounce off a couple of trees.
Ouch. Mama Carl, that must have been painful. I've had ruptured eardrums, and that's painful enough, let alone getting something in it. Yeah, I don't like black licorice either, CJ. Yeah, Jaeger is the other one that's not good. Jaeger bombs were popular when I was in my 20s.
CJ, I'm like you. I ain't crazy about the black licorice, but I'll tear the red licorice up.
Friends don't let friends.
Exactly. Black licorice is bad for you if you eat too much of it.
I don't like it.
It can damage your kidneys.
Sambuca's caca.
Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble when I had that old granddad and peppermint schnapps. I still don't know where my clothes was.
Yeah, that's the stuff
how bad it got.
I guess I was looking for fish in the puddle, and apparently I squatted to do my business and forgot to take things off. I don't remember any of these things though, but yeah. I'm glad I got that stuff out of my system when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because I don't now at all. It goes to the slugs.
We one of the places I used to live at coming up, we had a mud puddle at the end of the driveway. That's a pretty good sized mud puddle. Every time it rained real hard, I'd go down there with a fishing pole. And I'd done that for about 4 or 5 times during the rain. And one day I went fishing for real and I caught a bass. And on the way home, it rained. I said, oh, hell, I can't pass this up. So I put the bass back on the hook and dropped it in the mud puddle. Car come by, I pulled it out, and that car slammed on brakes. Won't know how deep that puddle was.
Carl says, remember that evil black goo that falls from the sky? The black, brown stuff that was falling in Los Angeles? Yeah, that was black licorice.
Oh, I thought you were getting at Biden's windshield wipers.
Hi, Rose Young. Rose
Yeah,
Young.
I
The
do.
frost.
Hello, Rose Young. And ER, I got a fishing pole in my truck, got one in the van, got one in the car, and a tackle box with each one. I just got to get my license now. Oh. Well, anybody got any? Damn, that late already. Anybody got any suggestions on what to do next year, between now and next year, on the food situation?
Keep stocking it because it's going to keep going up. And I think we're a long ways out for this getting any better until the one that's in right now.
Very doubtful we'll go back.
Yeah, I don't think
anything. Will make more money. I'll put it that way, because I don't think prices will dip back to where they were.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
No,
They may have sales.
we may stay in the $4 range or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then because wintertime comes and there's less driving, so prices are going to go down. But once springtime comes back again, we'll be back up there again.
Yeah.
I don't want like a major mad rush on this, but I did find zucchini seeds at Tractor Supply.
Ooh.
A lot of people were having trouble finding zucchini seeds for next year.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that sold out early this year of seeds.
Now they've got brand new shipments in now up here. So people looking for their seeds start going on a hunt, putting them in a nice, cool, dry place.
Well, my idea is between now and next season, go ahead, if you have to order off a line, go ahead and order your seeds, go ahead and stock up on your fertilizer and everything. Get it in the off season. The chances might be it'll be a little bit cheaper than what they are now.
Well, Bigfoot and I have orders set up. What's it been? 2 months? They canceled our orders. We haven't been getting our orders. No dog food, no cat food, no coffee.
You got any mom and pop stores around there?
We have like places to go for coffee, but I just found it easier while I was also shopping to also get it shipped to the house. They're no longer, they haven't done it. And the problem is, since this started, I found, now since this has started, which is what, 2 years ago, I have found 2 bags of her food. And it's a hit or miss for Raven, his kind of food. And I've tried to get other cat food. Our cat is, well, y'all know what he looks like. He likes one food and that's it. And if you don't feed him, he will eat your feet. And he will not leave you alone, and he'll yarl, and it's really bad. Yeah.
What's that sound like
What?
when he's real hungry?
I can't do it because it'll spread her.
Oh,
Yeah, and yeah, that probably wouldn't be a good idea right now.
Lively Prepper says she works at Dollar General, and for some sudden reason, they have a lot of dog and cat food out the wazoo.
I'll have
But
to check ours, but they don't have our dog food. I can guarantee
yeah,
that.
same here. I've already been there.
Yeah.
Lively
It
Prepper,
sucks
what
for-
state are you in?
I've got smaller bags. Like I had one of my older cats was having issues with digestion and stuff, so I got some expensive
Okay.
stuff for his digestion, whatever it was, and he wouldn't eat that, so I had to mix it in with the other, and he would eat every little piece, but and it was mixed in there. How he took the time and get the little morsels out of there. And no cats would eat it.
Yeah, Sassy Cat. They don't have it either because my daughter goes through Chewy and they don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, her food. We cook for her. We basically just keep her food on hand as like I always keep some in her bowl, and sometime during the night or day, sometimes she'll go over and she'll snack on it. But we mostly cook for her, or she eats raw.
Yeah, usually because I know the women down at the animal shelter. Usually, you can't give the animal shelter food that's been open,
No.
but I can because they know me.
Mhm.
My God, you can hear.
I'll go and try a different brand and give it to the cats and see if they'll eat it. If they don't eat it, then I'll give them the open bag.
Yeah.
Because they're really in need of food for the animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I go to get my ingredients for meatloaf on family reunion nights.
Always watch your
The animal shelter?
Yeah. You get that wet stuff, you mix it up good, they'll never know the difference.
They'll suck it off and they'll spit the food out. She will. Oh yeah. She's not finicky. I just have her on a certain pit bull diet because of pit bulls get itchy with their skin, so they have skin issues. So it's like a lot of pumpkin and sweet potato and fish and.
Yeah, I try to give them the stuff for their coats, and they don't.
Do they eat coconut oil? We give ours coconut.
I've tried.
Do they like it?
Not so much.
Oh, really? Ours goes nuts. Like if they hear the jar, like they're like, "Oh, coconut."
Really?
Oh yeah.
I do know they like cornseed oil, because when I open a can of oysters, the smoked oysters, they'll come running. They all know what it is. And I had those cans of coconut milk or coconut juice that has the little bits in it, and it had the pop top. And they always thought I was opening oysters, so they come running. I'm like, no, it's just this, and I have to let them smell it. So they, okay, and then they walk off.
See, our cat won't eat canned tuna. He won't even eat. I give him like Atlantic salmon. Like when we have salmon, I'll give him some. He sneezes at it. He won't eat table food. He's such a weirdo. I don't know how he's so large because he doesn't even eat table food ever.
Well, now, next time y'all go fishing, take him with you.
Now he's scared of it. He's scared of fish.
Really? Cat scared of fish.
Eric, I used to do the same thing, but since I fostered a bunch of cats, then I can't afford to feed mine and them at the same time. So, yeah. Normally I had 2 cats, so I usually buy 2 bags and then I would donate the other bag to the animal shelter. But now, yeah, 7 cats, they go through quite a bit of food.
I would come closer to donating to a local shelter, and I had a big organized shelter any day of the week. I mean, it's just something weird about that.
Well, our shelter is not a one that euthanizes. I guess you
Right,
call
right. Yeah, they're called
Right.
the new. Yeah.
them. No.
No kill.
Well, I was trying to put it that way, but yeah,
Well, I mean, yeah, come on. Is to
and-
me, they're saving lives. That I don't care if you use that.
and
You know.
and that's why I was helping them out, because it's a little harder for me to do it now since I have 7 cats that I fostered and kind of took.
Well, now
That-
you're
that's where I
attached.
got all my cats was
Thank you, Bigfoot.
we had 2 cats, and they asked me if I would foster some, and I said yeah, and then the sickness thing came and they grew up because I couldn't take them back because they weren't doing any adoptions at the time, so you couldn't they couldn't advertise that the cats I had, so I ended up just taking them since I got used to them all and they were here and they're grown up, and it's harder to get rid of a older cat than it is the kittens, because kittens always get taken pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
I'm going to say something. This is going to be like normal. It's going to be comedy here. Did Bigfoot make his last cake, or was it brought in from someone else and
No.
he just took credit?
I did that cake. I decorated it. You don't remember the butt cheeks and everything? Did you get the pictures?
No, not that one. Not that one. It was another one up there. He said he made cake.
No, I did make a cake.
Yeah, he made a cake. He
It
did a
looked like-
live stream.
It looked like it came from the Foundation for the Blind.
He did good. It was winter out, and he put it outside to cool because he couldn't wait. And
Now, I ain't talking about 6 or 8 months ago. I'm talking about here within the last week.
no, that was the only time and last time he baked a cake. It was good, like a good cake. It was moist and everything. It was just he was very impatient on getting this cooled so he could frost it.
Moist.
Yep.
There we go with that moist again. I will eat a flat cake quicker than I would one that didn't fall. To me, they taste better. But then again, hell,
Yeah, says I did.
I'm weird anyway.
I had one made with because you can put applesauce in the cake mix.
Applesauce cake.
Well,
Yeah, but I had one. They did it with apple butter.
apple butter.
Oh, that was really good.
I love apple butter.
Oh, I do. I've got to buy me some apples. I got to make some.
Well, we have this. We have a whole festival for that here. The
Mhm.
Apple Butter Festival
Uh,
that they charge you to go to now.
yeah, of course.
It's in the street. They block the streets
Weird.
off to go walk down the street.
Brooke. Yeah, that was on Bigfoot's old channel that he did that live, right? Or was it on mine? It was on your old channel. Yep.
Well, everyone, I got 4 grand youngins, and all 4 of them wants a quart of apple butter this year. A quart. Lord God, you know how many apples it's going to take? All of them.
I just got some apples from Misfit Market. It was really good.
Really? What type of
Yeah.
apples were they?
I think Apple Crisp or something like that.
They're good.
Sugar Crisp or something like that.
Bigfoot makes really good applesauce, like to can.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so good that next year he's going to have to make a lot more because the kids kept coming over and taking it.
I like the chunky stuff.
Yep. Yeah, his
I
had
do too.
Yeah. Make the applesauce and then have some chunks and then put in there.
Yeah, that's the way he exactly. He even put vanilla in it. Just a
What's
hint.
wrong with that? I want,
It was weird.
what
But
is it? A half a pint of bourbon and about 2 vanilla beans. Make your own vanilla extract.
Pumpkins.
yeah, my mom does.
Does he?
Yeah, and she makes her own Kahlua too.
I like a cake of cornbread.
Oh yeah.
We've got cornbread sitting on the counter still. No one's eating it.
I like cornbread with jalapenos and bacon and cheese.
Like cook it in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make the regular cornbread and then you put chilies or jalapenos.
Got chitlins. Yeah.
Little
You ever had chitlin
bits of
cornbread?
bacon.
I can't do the hot stuff.
You ever had chitlin cornbread?
Yeah.
That's
Right.
disgusting.
That was good back in the younger days when I could chew it up.
Yeah. I don't know if I would get into that too much nowadays. So unless I knew where it came from, I raised the pig and whatnot.
I may have to come and pay Harvest Mary Moon a visit. She's got pear, peach, and figs and apple trees.
Yeah. I think she said something about fertilizing with fish. Didn't you say
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, we plant, well, before we do the tomato plants, we put a fish in each one.
Yeah.
You can put the fish and dig a small hole next to the root system, dig down a little bit, like out when the tomato plant's like already grown. You have to dig out a bit. You just stick like the ones in water, like a sardine, or you can get those cans at the Dollar Tree that are herring or mackerel, and you can do that too, where it still has the bones in it. And also, Bigfoot and I found milk.
Yeah. It's calcium.
Yep, but like when your milk spoils, I can't
Yeah.
get it right. It's either I'm buying too much milk or not enough milk. These guys don't. I don't know. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Brooke, email me that recipe. That sounds awesome.
She made a video. I didn't get the comment, but I watched it.
I didn't even know she made one.
I watched it on my TV.
Blueberry
A lot
bark.
of times I'll watch people's videos, but I don't comment because you can't comment on the stupid TV.
Yeah, I know.
I wish they would say something like "good video" or something.
Yeah, we actually have a like button on ours now.
Yeah, I've got the like button, but
But you can't. Yeah, you can't comment.
they should have some pre-made like
Oh, you're right.
awesome or good job or something.
Yeah,
That would be good.
yeah.
Don't think I won't try that.
Oh, cornbread and milk. Oh, rice and milk.
Yes, cornbread and milk is off the hook.
And white rice with sugar and milk is really good.
Who's ate shit on the shingle?
Oh, I love that.
SOS, yeah, I've ate that.
SOS is good, huh? Yep.
Almost.
Oh,
forgot.
that's right. Bigfoot did get tagged today. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but not won't be making a video for a few days, so you guys will have to wait. Yep. He'll make it
So
though.
it'll give him
Okay.
some time to think of who he's going to tag next.
Yeah.
And if it tastes good, I'll do a video on it and give you all the credit. But I'm eating up all the profit. I swear that sounds good. Never heard of it, but I love blueberries.
I want to be an icon too. Woohoo! We're all icons.
Yippee-ki-ko. I ain't saying the rest of it.
This floor hurts.
It is hour and 30 minutes here.
Good
That's
job.
one of my longest ones.
Oh, can I mention one thing that I was trying to bring up earlier about the dogs and cats? If you're noticing they're not eating their food or picking through it and only eating certain bits, don't let them eat it. Don't make them.
Oh yeah.
Animals
Really?
are very, very smart, especially if you haven't had a finicky eater and just all of a sudden they start not eating their brand of food. Listen to them. I wish I did a long time ago.
Mm.
Yeah, especially if you have multiple cats and they all don't like it at the same time.
There's something wrong with it. You've had that experience?
I've had that experience, but I thought it was just because they didn't like the food. I mean,
Well, yeah, that can be the case, but we're talking about like when you already have a brand they're eating, and
yeah.
all of a sudden they don't want it anymore. Don't make them eat it because there's probably something up with it.
Yeah, they got better
Okay.
smell than you do.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. All right, with that right there, I'm gonna cut it.
And they can probably tell the difference between a watermelon and a cucumber too.
Asshole.
Thank you. Thank you for having me out, Jeff.
I'm gonna put you in the back room next comment like that.
It's a melon number.
Really? All right, I'm gonna end it. Everybody have a good day. Just remember, in about 25, 30 minutes, Bigfoot's going live, Dig Deeper Ministry. So please go watch him. And y'all have a good evening. Ciao.
Out.